Hi everyone, I hope that I am clearly audible to all of you. Hi, good evening everyone. Good evening. How's everyone? How's everyone? Everyone is good. Did you guys revise? Yes, I'm good too. Thank you for asking. Okay, guys, so tell me, do you have any issues in these two lectures? My health is fine. I hope that I'm also visible to all of you. Yes. Am I visible? Okay, so any issue that you have received at any time, just let me know, guys. Okay, so last time, yesterday, we talked about functions, right? I hope that you guys have done functions properly. Is it so? Today, we are going to talk about arrays and DOM manipulation method. All right, so let me quickly share my screen. Wait, guys, I'm sharing my screen. You guys have to let me know if my screen is visible or not. Okay, guys, is my screen visible? Just let me know, guys. Okay, I hope that it is visible to all of you. So I was asking you about any doubt that you guys are having. No doubt at all. Shall we start with the array part or the DOM part? Okay, so before starting into DOM, I would like to give you a brief information about the array. Okay, because in DOM we are going to use array a little bit, and after that we are going to talk about the arrays completely in detail. And yes, the time is going to be there, then I'll create one simple project as well. Okay, so let me create one file. Let's say the file name is demo. All right, I'm going to create here this h1 dom in JavaScript. All right, and let me make it live. Okay, I hope it is visible to all of you. Now, remember yesterday or day before that, I told you about the multiple output ways through which we can print the data on front end, right? Correct? Okay, now, first of all, tell me how many of you know about objects? Do you know what object is? Anyone? Just write in the chat box, type in the chat box that what object is. And I'll be seeing your messages on YouTube in here in this the other screen. Instance of class, a part of class, real time entity. Okay, what about others? I want response from all of you guys. Correct. So basically, it is nothing but it is an instance of class. Let's say, for example, if I'll be declaring here one script, let me write here script, and let's say I want to create one object. So let obj is equal to curly braces. What I can do, I can write here multiple values plus, let's say, let a is equal to 9 you are declaring, let b is equal to 10 you are declaring, let c is equal to 11 you are declaring here. So you're declaring all the types of data in a different variables, and it is very difficult to remember the variables as well if the data is very large. Correct? The variables you are going to take n number. Now to solve this problem, we have one, you can say this is a non-primitive data type available with the help of which we can store this multiple data within a single variable only. So this is array. We define it with the help of this square bracket. All right. And then within this bracket, I can define any number. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. And if we'll talk about C++, Java, C#, .NET, then in those programming languages, you are not allowed to include multiple data types under a single array variable. If you are writing a number, it has to be a number only. If you're writing a string, it has to be string only. But here in JavaScript, it is allowing us to include, even if you want to include number, you can include number here. And if you want to include string, you can also include string here. All right. So let's say I'm writing here simple hello. All right. So this is how we can define the array. All right. And if I want to see the array, so simple console.log, just write array in here and we are going to see the answer. So let me just quickly click on this part and click on this. Okay. And let me come here and save this. Okay. Let me just refresh this part. Oh, it is live, I hope, right? Let me do it again. So if you can see here, it is showing now array with all the 6 values, correct? Okay, so this is what array is. This is how we define. If you have to define multiple data within a single value only, within a single array, or you can say variable, then you can define array like this. All right. Now, other thing about this array is that you can also store multiple type of data. So that means heterogeneous data you can store here. Now, what is the length? Length means the total number of elements present inside this array. All right. The total number of elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th one is this hello. All right. But whenever we want to talk about the array, so in the array or in programming languages, we start counting the array from zero number, zero index or position, you can say. To make it simple and easy for you to understand, whenever we talk about a multiple story building, right, we always talk about a ground floor or zero, we always give, right? Okay. Do we ever say that this is the first floor? Tell me. We always used to say zero or ground floor, correct? After that, the upper portion is always known as was first floor, second floor, third floor, and so on, correct? Yes or no, guys? All right. So in a similar manner here as well, we recommend we donate the first value is present at zero index. That means it is the position. Second value is present at first index and so on. All right. So that's why the same thing is written in here. If you can see, correct? So that means here at zero index, one value is present. At one index, which value is present? At fifth index, hello is present. So this particular part is known as index or position. You can also say this. All right. I hope that this part is clearly visible and clearly very clear to all of you. Correct? So this is what array is. All right. Now, with the help of this array, you are able to include multiple values. What if for a particular student, I want to include its own multiple details? Right? For example, for a particular student, I want to include the student name, student course, its UID, anything, right? Okay. So what do? We cannot do that part with the help of array. Correct? For that, we need to define one object. So object is going to be defined like this only. For example, let's say I want to define here name. All right. So the name is John. Okay. And then let me talk about here UID. Okay. Let's say the UID is 99. Fine. And the course or the movie with the name of John. Any movie, guys, starting from John name? Any? It is very one of the very famous movie in. It has a series, famous series of movie in Hollywood. Can anyone guess? Anyone who can guess? Yes, it's John Wick, right? So John Wick, let me write here. Now, this is a way through which, with the help of which, you are able to save it. You are able to do it. All right. Now, if you will see, if I want to see this value, so console.log we have to do, and then just simply write here obj, and then you can simply save this answer, see the answer in here. So this is how the object is also going to represent itself. I hope that this part is clear to all of you, right? Okay. Now, let's go ahead. What if you want to now create the um, or include multiple student details, or let's say I want to create an a data in which multiple avengers information is going to be there. The first row is going to be the information about the, let's say, Peter Parker, all right, Spider-Man. Then the second information is going to be for Thor, then Loki, then let's say Thanos and Captain America, Iron Man, right, or Hulk, any. So multiple details I want to store. Then how we can store these multiple details? Tell me, guys. Yes, tell me. Yes, hurry up. Correct. Using objects, plus we are also going to use array. Array list is basically, we know it is a part of Java only. So here what we are going to do, we are simply going to create the combination of array and objects. All right. So that means it is known as array of objects. For example, let Avengers team is equal to curly braces, not curly braces, square bracket. Within this square bracket, you can write here curly braces. All right. So for example, name, let's say it is Spider-Man. All right. And let's say it's color, red and blue. Okay. Let's say one more information we are giving it. Let's say we are giving marks. Let me give marks to them. Okay. So let's say we're giving 99 to this. Fine. So this is how we can create multiple details information. All right. So what else I have to do in here? Simply just do copy, come here, paste. Okay. And change the name. So every time you are going to do here, let's say right now we are going to talk about Thor Odinson. All right. It is going to be red and gold color, right? Their dress, let's say it's the marks are 100. Okay, let's say then we are talking about Loki Odinson. Okay, and here we are going to talk about, let's say it's green color, green and gold, right? Fine. And let's say we are giving the marks 90, correct? And then we have, let's say Hulk is all green, correct? Okay, and let's say I'm giving the marks to Hulk 96. I know it is going to making it angry that why I deducted 4 marks, but let's keep it like this only. Okay, and then we can write here Doctor Strange. All right, and it is something like blue and gray, I think so. Red and gray or blue mixture. Blue, red, and gray. All right, fine. So I'm also going to give 100 marks to Dr. Stephen Strange. Fine. All right, so now I'm going to save this. Now, if I want to see the details of this one, how we can see? Simply right now, just do console.log, okay, and simply write here Avengers team and simply save it. Now you will be able to see the answer in here. Can you see it, guys? Okay, so it is all 5 length. The length of the array is 5, but inside each index, it is storing a multiple information detail in the form of objects. So this is particularly known as array of objects in here. Is this part clear to all of you? Yes, everyone? Just tell me quickly, is this part clear to all of you? Okay, fine. So this is array of object. Now, let me start talking about the DOM part now. So what DOM is? So now you know that this is object, right? Okay, so if I want to access the data of the object inside this, let's say I want to access here UID of this object. So what I have to do, I have to write here dot operator and then the name of the property. Okay, so this is a key value pair we are storing here. This left hand side particularly is known as key, all right, or property, and the right hand side is always known as value. So either it is a property value or key value pair. All right, now if I want to access UID here, so what we have to do, we have to write the object name obj dot operator we have to use, and then we need to write here UID. Now if you're going to save it, then you will be able to see 99 coming in here, correct? Okay, now tell me one thing. Object we are trying to access with the help of dot. If simply you want to access the value of array, then you can write here index number. Let's say the index number I'm writing here 5. What will be the answer of line number 15, guys? Tell me, what will be the answer of line number 15? Hurry up quickly. Hurry up, everyone. Correct. Yes. Okay, so it is going to be hello. So I'm going to save it and you would be seeing hello here. Why? Because this is the 0 index value, this is 1 index value, 2, 3, 4, and 5th index hello is present. All right. Now, this is a combination of both of them. Correct? If I want to know the color of Doctor Strange, what should be I writing here? Tell me. What should be I writing here? Tell me quickly. Yes, everyone? 4. 4 where? And apart from this, do I have to write something else? Yes, quickly I'm asking for your reply. I'm waiting for reply. A, Avenger team dot Doctor Strange. No, this is wrong. What else, guys? Correct. Very good, Venkatesh. So what we have to do, we have to write the index number first of all. Okay. And then dot, because now at every index, the object is present. So we have to define it with the help of dot operator only. Okay. So now I can write here dot color. And if I'm going to save it, then it will be blue, red, and gray. So this is how we can access these values. All right. Now let me talk about DOM. So DOM is nothing, the full form of DOM is document object model. It means that you are going to access the properties of your JavaScript file or if your JavaScript code in such a way so that you can manipulate the HTML file without going inside it. Now, for instance, let me take you here. Do you remember I told you that if we are having here P with ID demo, right? And let's say I want to write something within it, correct? What should we write here? Tell me. I want to write something within this PID demo. How I should be writing here, guys? We talked about this on our first day. Tell me quickly. You, for reference, you can understand. No, it's not a 2D array. No, Mohan. It is not a 2D array. Yes, how I can write the value of data, or if I want to include something, let's say hello students, right? How I can include it inside line number 10? Tell me. Very good. Rupam, it is get element by ID. Correct? So what I have to do, document dot get element by ID, whomsoever ID is demo, inside it inner HTML, what it needs to do, it needs to include here h1, and then we can write here hello students, and then let me close h1 here. Okay, and then save it. Now you will be able to see hello students here. Correct? Clear? Is it clear to all of you? So here document is nothing but this is an object of the DOM of your JavaScript. Document, the way we created here our own object, there are some predefined objects also available. So this document is nothing but this is a predefined object here. Okay, so object, we are accessing the property of predefined object with the help of dot operator. Okay, get element by ID. Tell me, is it a function or it is a property or it is a object? The one thing that I'm highlighting at line number 12, tell me what it is. Is it a function? Inner HTML beta, it shows the content by recognizing the HTML tags, okay, and behave accordingly. Inner text is not going to recognize the HTML tags. All right. Yes, guys, please tell me quickly. This dot get element by ID is what? No, it is a function. There is a difference between a property and a function. Now understand this part. Function, the representation mark of an array is what? Square bracket. The representation mark of object is curly braces, right? In a similar manner, the representation marks of function is round bracket, right? So here, with the help of round bracket, we are calling this function, right? Now, this is also something which is predefined because we have not defined it anywhere, right? This is predefined, but we are not calling it. So a particular part which is predefined and round brackets are not applied with that. So that part is known as property. All right. That part is nothing but it is known as property. Is that clear? This is a difference between property and function. So with the help of this document object, we are trying to get the or call the function which with the name get element by id, and the property in an html with the help of which we are trying to write something. So now I can say, now you can go with my definition, that dom means where we don't have, we are going to manipulate our html file without actually going inside it. Correct? Is that part clear? Yes, everyone? I hope this is clear to all of you. Shall we go ahead? Any doubt, guys? You do let me know if you have any doubt at all. All right. So let's go ahead. Now, what I'm going to do here, let's say I'm writing here div dot demo1. Okay. Div dot demo1. Two classes, two divs with same class name. So this is div. Okay. This is div, right? Let's say I have also created here the section tag. This is section tag. This is section tag. All right. Can you see the answer behind it? Let me zoom it a little bit. I hope that now it is very clearly visible to you. All right, fine. So this is div, this is div, this is section tag, and this is section tag is written here. All right. So for now, I'm going to put it in comment. All right. And here I'm going to include, this is paragraph. All right, guys, fine. So now let me show you something. Let's say I want to get the information that is written within this p paragraph whose id is demo. So earlier we were including something with the help of this statement, right? Now what I can do, I can take one variable, let para is equal to document dot get element by id demo. That's it, nothing else. After that, I'm not going to write anything. And then do the console.log para. Okay, now you know what you will see here? Inside the para, can you see that you are seeing the entire ID or tag information along with the text, along with the tag name, everything? Yes or no? Div is a container. Section is basically used to divide your entire container into different parts. That's where you need to write section. Okay, so can you see, guys, that how this is, this paragraph information I can see with the help of the DOM. Just simply what I did, I take the value para document.get element by id. That's it, nothing else. All right, now think about one part where this thing is going to be used. Whenever you're submitting your data, your file, your forms, out of your box where you're filling the data, the information is going to be picked up, correct? Right? How your information is going to be taken from there with the help of this part only. Okay, now let me write here, let's say input type text, let's say id I'm going to write here, not this but this, id is equal to username. Fine. Now what I have to do, simply let username, you can take the same variable name or different variable name, that's up to you, but I will recommend to take the same variable name because then it will be very easy for you to track the count, right? Track the information. Fine. And then let me create one button here. Button submit. Okay. Now you know about the function. So we have this one button available here. All right. Now, if user is going to write something in this input box, I need to take that value. How I can take that value when user is going to click on this button, right? So understand this part. Now, let me just remove this entire information. What I will do, I am taking, first of all, let me create one function here. Function user data. All right. Or let me create here this function const user data round bracket curly braces. Okay. And let username, let me take the below information only, cut and paste. Okay. Username information I'm going to get, and then I will try to console.log this information. Fine. But only when user is going to click on this button. So that means this function needs to be called only when the user is going to click on this button. So how we can do? We can write here on click, and then we can write the name of the function, that is user data here, and put the round bracket. So this will make sure that this function is going to be called only when this button is going to be clicked, right? I hope that you guys are getting it. Yes or no, everyone? Okay, so now what I have to do, might be the possibility that we will get an error because we have to use, we have not used one thing, but let me try. So let's say the username is Peter Parker, and simply click on this button. All right, now see what happened. As soon as I clicked on this button, now it is giving me the information of this entire tag. Why? Because we have written here only document.getElement by ID only. So this ID, this information that I'm highlighting, this part is only going to give me the information of the tag only. But what I want really, I want the value that the user is writing inside this, correct? So what you have to do, you have to write here dot value. All right. Now save this. Now come here. Now let me write here, let's say, okay, Rick Arora. Click on the submit button. Can you see now it is giving me the username because this is what I console.log. So this is how you can take the data from the user by simply click on this button, but with the help of DOM. Is this part clear to all of you? Yes, everyone? Everyone, you need to acknowledge, guys. Okay, now next part, what we have to do here, that this is document.getElement by ID. Let's say I want to take or do something for all for these div. Okay, I will also tell you how we can also include style in here. All right, so next thing I'm going to do here, let's say const demo classes is equal to document dot get elements by class name. Okay, round bracket whose class name is demo1. I want to have the information of this entire part. Now let me show you that what this is going to give me. Save this. Now you have const demo class in here is equal to document.getElement by class name, whomsoever class name is demo1. So its entire information is going to come within this variable. Okay, now I have put There's console.log for this variable. So now you will be able to see that it is storing the data in the form of array here. Why? Because classes can be given to multiple tags, right? Classes can be repetitive, but we should not be repeating the IDs. So that's why at a time only one ID is going to be entertained. Okay, that's why in the name itself, the function name, it is get element. Here it is get elements by class name. All right, so this is demo class. Document dot get elements by class name here, demo1. Okay, so console.log demo class is here. Is that part clear to all of you? Now let's say I want to change the style. I want to give the divs with the class name demo1 some border or some background color, anything. What do I have to do? Demo classes 0 index, let's say, dot, let me write here, style dot color is equal to red. Can you see this color is now red? The text color of this div is red. So this is also how you can provide the CSS. This is a dynamic CSS, okay, with the help of JavaScript. And similarly, if you want to give some other, let's say border, what you have to do, simply write here one style border. Let's say I'm going to write here 1 pixel solid and violet color, and simply save it. Can you see now it is also highlighting it by giving a border? So this is how you can do. But why I'm using the index here? Because classes can be multiple. So for multiple classes, it is storing the information in the form of array only. And to access a particular value, you have to use here square brackets. Is it clear? Yes, everyone. Is it clear? You guys are watching IPL. Today IPL is there, right? You need to focus here. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Okay, and if you want to change the color or the background color or the text color or give the border to all the classes, all the tags with the same class name, then you can use for loop here. Now then comes the next part. Now let me write here const section tag is equal to document dot get elements by tag name. Round bracket, simply just put the name of the tag, and then it will also give you the information about the all the tags here. Save it. How many section tags we have? We have 2 section tags. So can you see it is also giving me the information of 2 section tags here. So first index is representing the first section tag, second value is representing the second section tag. So section tags can also be multiple, right? So that's why it is also storing the information in the form of array only. So this is how you can dynamically access array, ID, classes or the tags. Okay, but now the flaw of all of these are that at a time with the help of these you can get only either class name, ID or tag name. What if I want to use a single thing only, but that is able to access either ID, class or tag? Okay, what is that part? So const data tag data, let me write here, is equal to document dot query selector, round bracket. Now query selector is a feature or a predefined method which can access class ID or tag. You just have to write its correct extension. Now tell me one thing, if you want to know about the ID, what you will write? Hash, dot, or simply the name of the ID? Tell me. Yes, everyone? Tell me. Hash, correct. So hash, what you have to do, simply write demo and save it. So this is going to have the information about the tag only. Okay, so let me just do console.log tag data. Can you see it is giving me the information about the tag? Now if I'm going to write here, let's say demo1 and then save it. Now at a time, because this is a query selector, so query selector property is that even if there are going to be multiple classes or multiple tags, at a time it is only going to give you the information about the first thing that it is going to encounter only. All right, fine. Okay, so that's why here you will be able to see only one div.demo1, the first one that you are writing, not the second one. All right. Similarly, if you are going to write here tag, for tag you don't need to write any extension like dot or hash, the representation mark. Simply write section. So this is going to give you the information of the first section that it is going to encounter in the entire HTML or document file. Correct? Now, if you want to get the information of all of the things all together, multiple, then what you have to do, paste it simply, use query selector all. Now if you're going to save it, all means multiple tags if they are present in you can say in the document, then all the 5, 10, how many number of elements are present or tags are present, it will give you the information within this variable. That's why you are able to see here now that it is showing you now 2 details of the tag. Similarly, if I'm going to write here dot demo1, so you will be able to see 2 information. And similarly, if I'm going to write here hash demo, now because all means multiple information it is storing, so that's why it is using array as a representation mark. So even if it is going to be just a single id only, so for that as well it is going to take this array only. Okay everyone? Yes guys, is this part clear to all of you? Correct? Okay, so this is what DOM is. Okay, now let me talk about array more. So let me quickly write here array demo dot html. Okay, now what definition I give you? What is array, guys? Yes, what is array, everyone? Yes, everyone, what is array? Again, I'm asking you that what is array? Simple. Array is a heterogeneous data storage or homogeneous data storage. Yes, everyone? Tell me quickly. It is a hetero or homogeneous? Correct. No, whomsoever it is, WhatsApp status video. Please give me a real name. So this is not a homogeneous, this is heterogeneous. Okay, so here simply, again, I'm going to write the same thing. Arrays in JavaScript. Okay, script tag, let ARR is equal to 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, it is going to write here, and then console.log, it is going to give you the array here. Fine. Let's say now, let cartoon. Okay, cartoon characters. Let me write here. So let's say the cartoon characters are or the cartoons are Pokemon. Okay. Then let's say Shinchan. Okay. Then let me write here Doraemon. Let me write here Popeye. Okay. Then let me write here Powerpuff Girls and so on. Correct. Now, if I want to display these names not in the console.log but in the front, how I'm going to display it? So let me first of all make it live. Okay, I hope it is visible to all of you. Yes, guys, tell me how I can display the name in the front end. So can I simply write here, let's say P with ID, array data or cartoon data. Make sure, according to the industry point of view, your variable names, your ID name, your class name, everything, even your function name, object name, whatever you're defining, it should have a specific meaning. You cannot simply write demo. Demo means nothing. What I will include or conclude from your ID name or variable name demo, that what is the purpose of this variable, right? You should give the name of the ID, class, variable name or function name or object name, array name in such a way so that it in itself is representing the meaning. So because right now here ID I'm writing cartoon data, so that means it is going to represent the cartoon data here, right? Okay, so this should how you always need to give the names. Now what I need to do, I need to write here document dot get element by ID, whomsoever ID is cartoon data. Inside inner HTML, what you have to do, you have to write here cartoon. Now tell me what you will be able to see in the front end. Any idea? Any guesses, guys? Yes? Can we say it as a list of one? Which part, Utpal, for one or more than one data? You need to write a clear, one more clear question. So we are going to see that data in the form like this only. Okay, we are going to see the data in the form of like this only. Fine. Now I want to see the data representing one after another as I'm traversing it. Okay, as I'm traversing it, I want to see it like that only. So how or what should I be writing or doing? So let me join from here as well. Sorry guys, I'm not able to see your, let me just, I don't know what glitch is this. Let me see why I'm not able to see you here. Just wait, I'm not able to see. Okay, fine. I don't know, I'm not able to see your comments right now. Okay, that's fine. So I can use now here DOM. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply write here. Let's say here I'm giving the UL hash list cartoons. Okay. what I will do, I will create here one element. We can also create the elements in here. Do you know that part? We can also create the element here, guys. Okay, let's say inside ul you're having 5 cartoons, 7 cartoons, 10 cartoons, and so many. You want to include those cartoon names in the form of li list. I hope that everyone is familiar with the concept of li and list, correct? Yes or no, everyone? Right? Okay, so li is equal to, what we can do, we can write here document dot create element round bracket li. So this is going to create the tag here. Inside that tag, now array is there. I want to traverse this array. So what I will do, let me quickly come here. Let me just cut it. I'm going to write here, let's say ARR dot. We have one method, one way of traversing the array. If you want to traverse the array, you can write here let I is equal to 0, I less than whatever the array name, dot length I plus plus curly braces console.log, and you can write here cartoon and 1. So if you will see here, let me just write here inspect and console. Can you see that all the elements are now present here in the form of, or I can say one by one only? Yes or no, everyone? All the elements are present here one by one only, correct? Okay, so this is how am traversing the data in here. I hope this is clear. Please let me know if this part is clear to all of you. Yes, now I can see the chat list. Guys, I hope you're writing, correct? Can you please write yes or no in the chat box right away with the topic name cartoon? Can you write cartoon in the chat box so that I can confirm that now I'm able to see it? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Deeps. Okay, so now I want to see the similar information in the front end, not in the form of like this only. So for that, what I will do, rather than using for loop, I have one more method through which I can traverse the entire data. For that, you don't have to worry about initializing the variable. You don't have to worry about declaring the size of the array. You don't have to worry about incrementing the value as well. Simply you have to do, just write array name dot map method you are going to write. Okay, round bracket, you can give here any variable name, let's say cartoon data, arrow, and do this. Simply console.log and then write here cartoon data. So what this is going to do, it is going to go inside the array, this array. This map method is a predefined method or a traversing method of array. This array method is going to go inside this cartoon array. At every, it will automatically calculate its length and it will automatically increment it as well. So it will identify here it as a 0 index value. Okay, so at 0 index, what value is present, that value is going to be it is going to be written inside this, or is going to be assigned to this cartoon data. Okay, so then it is going to do the console.log. After that, it will automatically increment the value and now will reach to the index number 1. Whatever the value is present at index number 1, it will again take that value and store inside this cartoon data. So next time it is showing the Shinchan here. I hope that this part is clear, right? So this is a predefined map method. Now, if I'm going to write here, let's say console.log below is using map method. Okay, so can you see in below as well, it is giving the same answer as it was giving me for the for loop. Correct, everyone? Yes, can you see? Okay, so it is also giving me the same answer. So that means you can either use for loop or map method. But the real use of this map method is going to be here. Now I'll show you. I want to see or show the information in the front end. So what I will do, cartoon dot map, okay, the round bracket. Again, the same rule. If you have a single variable, just use no bracket. If you have no value or more than one value, then you need to use round bracket. Simply, I'm going to create here multiple LIs, as I was creating here only somewhere where it was. Okay, let me create it right away in here. So let li is equal to document dot get element by, not get element by id, document dot create element, element round bracket li. Okay, now inside li, I want to include the cartoon data. Okay, but how I'm going to show? Now, if you will write here console.log li, right, you know what you will be able to see? Let me show you. Can you see inside li, all the variable or the array names are present here? Correct? Okay, all the variable names are present here. Yes or no, guys? Is this part clear? Yes, everyone? Any doubt? Again, I'm telling you, just you have to let me know. Okay, fine. Now, how I can put this information in the front part, right? So for that, what I have to do, I have to, because li, I can include it as a child inside the ul. So I have to take this information. So what I will be doing, copy const, this is equal to document dot get element by id, whomsoever id is this. I'm taking its information so that within this tag, I can include this li that I created as a child. Then write it like this. So it means that now li is having the information about all the data of the array, and then dot, with the help of dot append child, I'm going to append all the information within this ul here. Now if we're going to save this, can you see now the data is coming here better than it was coming previously? Correct? Yes or no? Right, everyone? Okay, so this is how you can do. Now, you know, if you want to give a style, then you can also give it a style. Correct? Okay, so that's depend upon you. So this is how we can access the data. So this is about array. If you want to, now there are multiple predefined methods available about array. For example, if you want to, include more information in the array, let's say in this array only, in the last, what you can do, you can simply come here. Let me expand it a bit. Simply write here cartoon dot push. This push method is going to put one more data or multiple data in the end of the array. Now give me a favorite cartoon character name. Yes, Saurabh, we did not use inner HTML because instead of inner HTML, I used text content here. This text content is writing the data within the li tag. But I need to, because this li tag I created dynamically within the JavaScript only. So I need to put it in the HTML file. Correct? So that's why we are using here append child. Okay? I hope, Saurabh, that this is clear. Now, write me your favorite cartoon character names. Okay, so Ben 10, someone is writing here. Okay, I'm writing here Ben 10. Okay, as soon as I'm going to save this, can you see that it is also now showing me Ben 10? right? Because what it did, this line number 16, it pushed the one more array name here inside the cartoon, and after that only we are mapping, we are traversing it. So that's why it is also taking this Ben 10 here. Okay, fine guys. If you want to include multiple, then with comma include multiple names here as well. Fine. So this is how you can include the data. If you want to remove the last element, you need to use pop method here. If you want to include the data in the starting, then you need to write here unshift and save it. Then see, Ben 10 is coming on the top, right? And if you want to remove the first element, then use shift here. Is this part clear? Yes, everyone, is this part clear? Okay, now let me start and do some code. Okay, let me create one project. No, I'm not going to create a boring to-do list. Let me create one simple app for which we are going to guess a number. Okay, guess a number name is going to be there. All right. Any doubt? I'm looking at your comments, guys. If you have any doubt, just do let me know. No, nothing. Okay, so let me quickly create one file for that. Okay, so ma'am, if I'm asked in interview about what is DOM, can I say the answer? Wait. Can I say the answer? Sorry, after that I'm not able to see. Yes, so you can simply say that. That's fine. It's not an issue. Okay, you can simply say that. As you will do React, it will give you more information. One more thing about DOM is, can you see how this is giving you the information about the head section? Inside body you have multiple tags, then inside the UL you are having multiple tags, and inside LI you are having this information, correct? Now this part is also created with the help of DOM only. Otherwise, how your browser is going to recognize about the part where which tag is included, what is the ID and everything, right? So for tell you, let me give you one DOM tree live. Let me show you something. Can you see this, guys? HTML head and body tag, by default it is going to include everything. Okay, now let's say I'm including here HTML is already included. Even if you're not going to include HTML directly, if you will include, then again it will not give you any error. Let's say I'm including P. Can you say P is now coming directly under this body? Okay, let's say I'm writing here, this is para and closing P. Can you see it is now giving me the information that inside body we have P tag within which you are writing this is para. So this is a live DOM tree. So this part that you are able to see in the element section, this is nothing but a live DOM tree that it is creating. Okay, fine. Similarly, if you're going to create here, let's say div tag, this is div, fine. Then div inside its tag. Let's say you are having here one more div. Inside this div, you are having, let's say, section tag. Okay. And this is the closing of div. Can you see now it is also creating the tree like structure, that inside div you are having section tag and inside section tag you have this text. Okay, so yes, this creates a tree like structure so that we can recognize, the browser can recognize that where to show what part. All right, so this is also DOM. And when you will do React, it will be more clearer to you that what DOM exactly is. Okay. So guys, I am also going to give the bootcamp of React on 7th of April, 7th, 8th, 9th of April. So I hope that you guys are also going to join there, because there I will be giving you more detail about the DOM concept and the practical information about the React. All right. Okay. So now let me create one file. Let's say guess a number. Guess a number dot HTML. Okay. First of all, now let me create here few of the parts. Let's say h1 tag. I'm going to write here h1. Guess the number. Okay. I'm going to then include here div dot container. All right. P. Let's say I'm writing here input box. Let me write input box here. Okay, input box. Let me give the ID of the input box here. Guess input, because user is going to write here guess input. Okay, and then let me write here, give the placeholder here, enter your number. Fine, enter your number I'm writing. All right, then after that what we can do, we can take one button here. Okay, this button is basically going to be guess, so it is going to have a guess button, and of course on clicking this button I want to see the results. So on click I'm going to call here, or rather than on click I will tell you one more way through which you can call a function. Okay, so let me write here guess btn. Now I'm giving the ID here guess button. Okay, after that let me write here p dot feedback. Okay, if I want to give feedback to the user, and let me give here ID as well, feedback. All right, then p hash I'm going to write here attempts and hit enter. Okay, now after this I'm going to create here script tag and save it. Now let me make it live, guys. Okay, so I want you guys to help me in here to create this game, and then we'll ask the ChatGPT to give us a very good cool CSS. Okay, now first of all I need to have a secret number. Secret number is equal to, let's say the secret number is 99. Okay, let attempts is equal to 0. Okay, the starting user has just attempted only 0 number. Fine, then I want to create here one function check guess, because whatsoever user has given the answer for, that information I'm going to take within this function only. Okay, so const user guess is equal to document dot get element by id, whomsoever id is guess input. Correct? Can I do that? Yes or no, everyone? Fine. And don't forget to write here dot value. All right, now what next thing you are going to do, const feedback is equal to same thing, get the information about this document dot get element by id, whomsoever id is feedback. All right, const attempts display is equal to document dot get element by id round bracket whomsoever id is this attempt. Make sure that the names should be same, otherwise it can give you a problem. All right, fine. So now we have taken the information of all these three things. If user guess is empty, right, what I will do, I will write here feedback dot text content is equal to please enter a number. Okay, we can give this, correct? And because user has not entered a number, I want to show it as a warning, so I need to give a color. So what you can do, feedback dot style dot color is equal to red, you can do. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to call this particular function when user is going to click on this button, correct? Okay, I hope guys that everyone is listening. Yes or no? So how we can call, rather than doing the on click here, I'm going to take the information of this guess button. Let's say let guess button is equal to document dot get element by id whomsoever id is guess button. Then what I can do, if I want to call this function, guess button dot add event listener, I can write here then click, not on click but click. Whenever you're writing they are basically on click or submit, they are basically known as events. So whenever you are going to declare these events such as click or on click, if you're writing it inside this function, this html file, it is always on click. If you're going to write within the javascript file, then on is going to be deleted, only click is going to be here. All right, and curly braces like this. Then what we are going to do, I'm simply going to write here, or rather than that, I'm going to call this function. Okay, check guess, that if user is not writing any or user is clicking on this button, it should be calling this function only, which is giving me this information. All right, so right now let's try that whether it is working or not. Okay, fine. So what I have to do, I'm going to simply click on this and let me see if everything okay, what you have to do, simply console.log inside guess number function and save it. Cancel, right click, inspect console. Now let me click on this number. So yes, it is going inside this function, but it is not displaying the data here. If user guess is equal to empty, right? Let me see that what the issue is here. User guess. Okay, let me copy this. Console.log this, comma this. Let me see that what issue. And it's good that if the issues are coming here, then you will be able to know that, okay, if such type of issues are going to come, how we can tackle. So user guess is not coming here, or rather than it as a empty, can I write here like this? Okay, now let me just click. Now it is coming. So rather than putting it as a within the inverted comma, because inverted comma is again something, right? So that's why it was not giving me anything. So now it is asking me that please enter a number here. Fine. Now let's say the user has given the number. Okay, so what I'm going to write here, const let's say I'm going to write here guess is equal to, now if you can see, user guess is nothing but this is going to be give me a number. So it is going to put a number here. Let's say you are writing type number, but still when I'm gonna get the data coming from this input box, it is always going to be in the form of string. So as a proof, I'll show you. Let's say it has given us some number, user guess, and save it. Let's say I'm writing here 34 and click on this. So it is giving me 34. Do you know what is the type of this 34? So to tell you the type of this 34, I will be writing here console.log. There is one operator type of round bracket user guess and save it. Just write here 56, click. Can you see it is string? So it is not a number. So we need to convert it into a number. So what I will be doing here, const guess is equal to, I can write here parse int. All right, and then round bracket I can pass here user guess. So now this is going to convert the string into a number only. Okay, now after this, what I'm going to do, if guess is equal to secret number, right? Then what I can do, I can write here let's say feedback.text content, congratulations, you have guessed the number. Congratulations, you have guessed the number. Okay, or let's say attempts, I'm going to increment. Okay, congratulations, you have guessed the number. All right, let's say I'm putting it like this, you have guessed the number after this attempt only. Okay, and then the color is going to be green. All right, fine, save it. Correct. Now let me see if this is going to work. Let's say I'm writing here 99, click on this guess. So now it is telling me or giving me the information about that, congratulations, you have guessed the number after one attempt only. Correct. Okay, so this is how you can include it. What if it is going to, giving you the number, or if you are guessing wrong every time? Correct. Then what you can do, else you can go inside this statement, else copy attempts. Okay, take this feedback, copy in here, put it in here, wrong guess, and save it. Okay, fine. Wrong guess, and then you can also write here total attempts. Total attempts so far are dollar curly braces. If you want to dynamically include this, then you should be writing here baptics only. Okay, the templates, and save it. Let's say I'm writing here 45. Okay, your total attempts so far are 1. Let's say I'm writing here 89. Now, can you see the total attempts are also increasing? Correct. And let's say 90. Guess. Okay. Now, let's say I'm writing here 99. Click on this. Now, congratulations, you have guessed the number after 4 attempts. Correct. So this is how you can create a mini project like this. All right. Now, let's say I want to give this code a style. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go on ChatGPT here. ChatGPT is going to open. All right, it is going to ask me that whether I'm human or not. All right, so please create one good CSS, include animations as well in above, and make it beautiful. All right, then it is going to give us the entire CSS here. Okay, but let me tell you, I am not going to ask you to don't use ChatGPT, etc., etc. Use as much as ChatGPT you want, but you should be having a basic information about the coding language or intermediate language. Intermediate information you should be having about any language, because if ChatGPT is not going to solve a problem, then what is going to happen? You have to solve that by yourself, and it happened with multiple developers, right? Many developers complained about this part, that once ChatGPT is stuck around something, around some code, then it will go continuously in the loop. More, it is again depending upon that what type of prompts you are giving, right? Many developers will also say that no, that we won't have any issue like this, but many also are saying that we are having the issues where ChatGPT is going into a same loop. Correct? Okay. So that's why I'm saying that you should have a good information about the entire part, about the coding language, so that you can then use whatever you want to use. All right, then use as much as ChatGPT you want to utilize. All right, it has created us something, but what happened? Where is our details? I think I have zoomed it. Let me just cross this. Yeah, it is here. Okay, so let's say I'm writing here 91. Now it is giving me congratulations, you have guessed 91, but I was expecting it to do more. Okay, let me show you what I can do. Please spin in happy form when answer is right, or green color. Use animation for that. Okay, let me just write. Go ahead, it will write some logic, and then you are good to go in there. All right. Let me see what it's gonna give. Let me copy this. Let me come here, Control Z, Control V, save it, then come in here, refresh, and then let's say 99 I'm writing. Okay, and then clicking on this guess button. Oh no, this is not giving me any answer. All right, so we will do the last ChatGPT part later on, because I have to give a proper good prompts to this. So, but this is what we have created. Okay, I did not create any to-do list, because this is very boring and simple. This is also simple, but this is something different. Okay, as compared to to-do list. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed my session here. All right. Please put your comments in there if you have enjoyed it, and do let me know, guys, that how you like the session as well, and I will see you then in the next boot camp. All right, so take care everyone. Bye.